Welcome back, folks. Real Talk with Sports.
Real talk.
Who's this guy?
We got guests, man. You know,
we have a special guest this week.
He's a regular guy. We got the podium tonight, man.
We got Mr. D Watkins here. We out here. We out here in Entropy, like we did the Independence Day show. But we back here. Real Talk with Sports. We here.
It's going down.
Black unity.
And we're in Entropy, man. It's Friday night. I'm feeling good.
We all feeling good. Payday.
It is. Ooh.
For the corporate.
I got to check.
Yeah, we got to check.
I got somebody for me.
Check.
I ain't know that. Part of the game is that.
Pull up afterwards.
Pull up a little celebration.
Yeah.
You know, dinner's definitely on us.
Man,
so anywho,
let's get started.
Let's get started.
We got a lot to talk about.
It's a lot to talk about. Again, you guys can follow us on the Twitter.
Yep.
That's RTN Sports.
You know what it is.
I think we got a little podcast, right?
Just a little podcast.
A little podcast.
RealTalkinSports.libsyn.com. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got all your devices loaded, man. Whatever you got, Apple.
We here, folks.
Android.
Get familiar.
Podcast.
Subscribe.
Real Talking Sports.
Follow.
You know what it is.
Listen.
I'm telling you, we about to be everywhere.
So I'm putting my people on, man. My people coming, man.
Hey, look. We all blowing up. Everybody going to the south.
Like I said, we all grinding out here. This is the Baltimore uprising. This is a straight out of Baltimore edition. We not from Baltimore. My daughter's born in Baltimore, but I got love for the city.
But we in the heart of the city, right?
I mean, you connected to us forever,
exactly.
man. You're official resident, man.
My daughter was born here.
Yo, you have a baby here. We claiming you.
That's the right.
So you know who Philly's not claiming?
Oh man!
Oh
man!
Hold on, wait.
Not again!
I thought I was finished.
Not again!
I want to know.
Again.
I want to know.
Not again!
I want to know.
Not again!
Oh my!
Drake.
Yo, what's going on with this Drake? Now, this is what I think happened. I think Meek got drunk one night, and you know, when the dude is drunk, he probably keep asking, "Yo, Nicki, you let him smash?"
No. He got drunk and cut the Anaconda video on.
Okay.
Drake had 2 half foot of Nicki.
Man.
You right. You did. He really did.
That's why I'm here. I gotta plug in them.
He did.
He got real sensitive on Twitter, man.
He did.
Real sensitive.
When he said trigger fingers turn into Twitter fingers.
That's Drake.
That's back to back. Yeah.
Drake.
So who's Quentin Miller?
Quentin Miller. I don't know. I thought Quentin Miller played for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Apparently he's writing raps for the half of hip hop.
For the whole, I don't know. I mean,
but they say Kanye had ghostwriters. They have Big Sean and Travis.
But that's the rap. I mean, that's the music industry.
These new guys. That's these new guys.
Yeah, like I might
way back in the 80s when I was a little kid, you wrote your own raps.
That's true.
But that's true too.
LL was writing stuff. Kumo D.
That's true though.
Back in the game.
Yeah, you right. So,
but you know now though, if I give you a line, you hear me say something, you like it. You can take my line and make a whole damn song out of it.
You could.
So
Jay
that's
did it.
pretty much what they doing.
If I tell you I like that shirt and you bought it, I styled you. Pay me.
He did. That's your sponsor.
I'm Quentin Miller.
That's your sponsor. But he gave him a credit. He gave him credit to the song.
Yeah.
He did. So, but you know they said DJ Drama was the plug who got the music.
Really?
And Drama talking about he from the streets.
I mean, you know.
Yo, let me ask y'all. Can I ask a philosophical question on a real tip? So, if Meek Mill snitched on Drake, is that like telling? Because he kind of snitched, right? Is that like telling?
He did.
Yo, you know Drake. You see Drake getting all this money. A guy comes up and say, "Yo, you know Drake don't write his rhymes." Is that telling?
Yeah.
It is snitching. Snitching, right? My thing. There's
So y'all been down in Philly?
There's an interview where they asked Meek. There's an interview where they asked Meek who's his favorite 3 rapper, and he mentioned Drake.
He's like Quentin Miller, Drake,
Miller,
and Freeway. Because he got a beard. Because Freeway.
Yo, I'm telling you, grow a beard. It makes you real. Nah, not for everyone. Speaking of terrible, this guy went to Caribana.
Man.
In Toronto.
Toronto was awesome.
I heard that's the move. Was that the move?
OVO was off the hook. Drake killed Meek. I'm sure everybody's seen the memes. I'm sure everybody's seen the memes. It was all over everywhere. He did definitely have the memes on the back of the billboard, and he was going in. Big Sean was good. J. Cole, man, they had Big Sean opening for J. Cole, right? I actually think it should have been the other way around. Because J. Cole was just too cool, man. He's like the coolest dude in the world. Like, he mellowed out the crowd after Big Sean came out and killed it. Like, Sean was on top of it, so. But it was cool, though. I mean, J. Cole got rained out, so.
Oh, so he didn't perform?
That's how that worked. No, he performed. He probably got through about 60% of his set. So, I mean, he got through a lot of it, but he got rained out. I ain't get wet, so it didn't matter.
You see, yeah, so they had performances. Kanye was there. Future was there.
He was in the building.
Who Kanye over for?
Well, actually,
Jesus over for Kanye. Jesus over for Kanye.
Oh, no.
Who came first?
He performed for like an hour, though.
Kanye?
Yeah.
Wow.
He performed for like an hour.
Yo, he had one of the realest tweets ever. One time he said his biggest regret in life is that he won't be able to see himself perform live.
Wow.
I thought that was a G.
Wow.
Only Kanye would even.
Yeah, only Kanye would think of that. We also got to talk about Future. Future dropped 150,000 in his first week.
150,000 what?
Dirty Sprite.
Copies.
Yeah.
Who bought him?
Dirty Sprite 2. I don't know.
Future high.
Dirty Sprite 2?
Dirty Sprite 2.
Dirty Sprite 2.
Yeah, man. They
What about for the viewers that don't know? Can we just go about like the contents of a Dirty Sprite?
The content of a Dirty Sprite is codeine.
Dirty Sprite 101.
It's codeine and Sprite. Codeine that you use for cough syrup. You're sick. Now, ASAP Yam has died from it.
Yo, this is but you know what? So it's contra.
We don't mess with it. I don't
We're
mess
from
with
three
it.
different places. So a Dirty Sprite here is Ativan, Sprite, and a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, I never mess with the syrup.
You call it a Dirty Sprite. I call it lunch. No,
Straight out of Baltimore.
Hey,
We here.
This is real, man. This is real talk.
We out here again. Get familiar, subscribe, follow, and listen. So if you guys don't know who this gentleman is, this freedom rider, this king from East Baltimore, Mr. D Watkins. Now let's talk about D Watkins real quick. He's the 2015 Baltimore Public Readers Writer of the Year. He had his work published in the New Yorker. He has the B-side, Living and Dying While Black in America. That book is coming out. You know, he went to Johns Hopkins.
His master's at John.
Not the first black guy to go there, but the first black guy to go there that had goals before.
The first black guy.
He went to Johns Hopkins.
You know, because you got black guys and there's black guys.
You talking about Carlton or Ben Carson?
Black. Hey, let me go back real quick. I wrote something for the New York Times. If I was in the New York,
I'm sorry, New York Times. Beg your pardon.
Then when y'all had me to be on the show, I'd be like, yo, you got to talk to 3 people and.
Yeah, the New York Times.
I'm in New York. I'm in New York. I'm gonna send my proxy down there. I'm gonna send.
And he also been on CNN as well. This is D Watkins. We wanted to bring him on the show. He had a chance to see us on our first show and contacted him, and he's here. He was you was in New York last night.
I was having fun, man.
I had a commitment
on the move.
I had a commitment, man. I went to New York, for media training. I'm applying none of that right now.
Okay.
I'm not applying it right now, but we're gonna start tomorrow. But no, New York was great. It's always love. I get a chance to catch up with my lit people, like the people that actually make these books, allow me to be able to help these things come into fruition. So, I'm always blessed and wanted to come show love because I like what y'all are doing, man. We black, me in the media, we sharing love, we having fun with Meek and Drake, even though it's all love to Meek, all love to Drake, but it's fun.
All fun, entertainment.
Yeah, it's good for the culture.
So how was now I see that you had an interview with the BBC earlier this week. How did that go?
Every time I get an interview from BBC, every time I get an email message like, yo, we want to put you on BBC, I'll be like, yo, did they get my home video? Like, and then I realized it's the dudes from London. No, it was cool. I took them to my hood. I took them to some neighborhoods that I'm not from. I showed them some places. Introduced him to a chicken box. We did that. That was fun. You know what I mean? Like, governor, you get the wings and the fries are the same. You know, Petro. Because we was at a gas station.
The Petro.
So, you know, had fun with that crew. We recorded a little bit in East Baltimore. I took them down to 1400 Greenmill when my homie did the Black Lives Matter exhibit outside, and we pasted these big life-size images on the side of a building. And like, it's cool because it's the type of artwork I like, the kind that doesn't last forever. I feel like sometimes a great art is temporary. Like, you can create it and then destroy it. You know, this Asian chick that used to build these statues and then blow them up like 2 days after. So I just thought it was like the best thing ever. I mean, because when people with art,
think about it.
We inspired. Yeah.
It's like clothes. Once you put on that shirt one time, the second time is not going to be the same.
Throw them Air Force Ones on one time.
One time it's done.
After that,
like Joey Crack said,
you gotta give them to a junkie. The junkies run around with all the folded up Air Force Ones. And folded up Air Force Ones are like, they go to die. You send them off, they're like rehab. That's where they go to die. Well, hipsters wear them now too.
Yes.
Yo, everybody love black culture. I'm in New York. I'm seeing like the smallest little white girl walking around with Air Force Ones and Jesus Peace and listening to Jada, and you know, the whole time full scholarship to NYU because our mother went there and her grandma and whatever.
And it's just tradition.
Paul Mooney said it best. Everybody want to be, y'all gonna say the N-word. Everybody want to be an N-word, everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga.
Exactly. And that's real. And that's real. Justin Bieber. Prime example.
Justin Bieber do all black crimes and get all white charges.
Exactly.
He get caught with a chopper.
That white privilege is real.
You know, NRA's gonna sponsor a concert.
A concert
He's gonna volunteer and come home for free. Justin Bieber get caught with 200 pounds of cocaine. Oh no, he has a drug problem. He's gonna snort that. Meek Mill get caught with 1 gram. He's Nino.
Exactly. Exactly.
Drug laws suck like porn stars.
And like you said, like, and that's real. Cause now let's think about it. You get the same amount of time for you get more time for selling drugs and murder, like Jeezy said.
Crazy.
For making and if you're in the inner city, that's the way you seen people around you grow up get money.
Right.
Because sometimes you don't have the resources to go to that school, or you're put in a position where you have to take care of home at 13 because dad's locked up.
Let me tell you black guys something. If you want to make money selling drugs, start a pharmaceutical company. Just do it the American way. Stop complaining. Pour yourself up by your own bootstraps and start a pharmaceutical company. You have the resources right there. You guys are crafty. Put your hats to the side. You know, you can do it.
Exactly.
D Watkins, man.
This is D Watkins, folks.
This is live.
This is live. No, this is first time, first take. We don't edit. I mean, we here. It's Friday night. We want to get into this this young man, his book. Not young, he's older than me. But
dinosaur.
You came back from the Bay, right?
No, I'm going there next month.
Okay,
so I'm going. I got 2 events in Oakland next month. I'm happy about that. A bunch of them lined up. Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's up? Arkansas. I'll be there. NYU on the 24th. I'll be there showing love. Back on the Katie Couric show. I'll be in DC. I'm doing Turning Point with BET in 2 weeks. I'm doing. Might be going to Real Time. I got the email. I ain't get the confirmation yet. If I go to Real Time, you know.
How was the Katie Couric interview?
Oh, she was, you know, she taught me, I learned some things about journalism from her because, like, when she asked me a question, she's like, so D, how do you feel about some of these shootings? You know? So I was like, yo, I gotta get that eyebrow like Katie. I gotta get that Katie eyebrow because it's like, it just makes you're intricate. You're more like into what's going on. Like I never saw a person so aware in my life. So it's like, you know, then she smashed Sarah Palin. So you know her clout is like that. She asked Sarah Palin one simple question. Sarah Palin said, you know, I like to read this, that, or whatever. She said, okay, what do you read? What books? Sarah Palin said, huh?
Yeah.
It was gone. After that, she was gone.
It was done.
Gone. What books? She said, no, Sarah. What books do you read?
She had no answer.
Everything. Nobody reads everything, Sarah. Nobody reads everything, Sarah.
That was
Mucho culo. Mucho culo.
Katie Whittaker said, Sarah, you a lot.
So, about your book, The B-Side, what inspired you to write this novel?
The B-Side, so the B-Side is an essay collection, and it's a bunch of things. It's a love story to the black race. It's a love story to everyone dying from police violence. It's a love story to everyone, senseless victims of, black on black crime. It's a love story to people who don't know what type of food to eat. It's a love story to women and, how to treat them and cherish them and praise them. It's a love story to all these different people, all these different people, all these different walks of life, all these realities put in one book. So if you got a young person coming up and you don't really know how to properly school them, you don't have to. I did a job. Just buy them the B-Side.
Okay.
Buy them the B-Side, give it to them, say, hey, young boy, read this. It's only going to take a day because, it's like I study all these dense intellectual languages and learn how to navigate through these different worlds and societies, but I write for people on the third grade reading.
Gotcha.
That's what. So
anyone can understand.
When it comes to literature, the literary devices are there.
Okay.
You can write a children's book and have your literary devices there, but I want to speak in an accessible language that would help even the person who's not even in the reading be able to pick it up and finish. I write books so people can finish them.
Gotcha.
So that's what the B-Side is, man. It's it's a blessing. I'm happy that it's being published. I'm happy that it's being received well by some of the people who reviewed it. I'm amped. I'm ready to get out
I
there.
see some great reviews.
You got the cook-up coming. That's next year, right?
Yeah, the cook-up is like I'm working on the cook-up because the cook-up is it's I think that it could potentially be a book that can help. As just like the B-Side, I think it's a book that can help pretty much like set the tone for the next generations of scholars because it doesn't only talk about the crime element is which was a heavy part of my life, but it talks about the redemptive power of art and the redemptive power of education and how you can use these devices to navigate through society in a way that is positive.
And speaking of art, shout out to Aaron Maben who's using this art culture movement out here to be more
getting money out my face. Shout out to Aaron Maben for getting money out my face, man.
That picture, that painting is epic, man.
It's everywhere.
That's culture. That's right there. You're a part of when you see the thing about art. It's priceless, but it's internal. You will always see that image.
No, Aaron Maben's art has a price. That's my big homie, man. You can buy that. You can buy that. I just went with him. I just went, and he's in New York right now. I just saw him. I went to the gallery. He has a show going on right now. There's a lot of black artists at a gallery in Chelsea. They're putting on a show. Shout out to my man Juke. They put together like a real nice show, showcasing some talent, man. And as a people, we need to see more black people make careers as artists.
Exactly.
Make careers as writers, right? Be able to
open that lane.
Open that lane, because I don't know how it was in Connecticut. I don't know how your section in DC was. But there were no rappers in my neighborhood coming up. There were no writers in my neighborhood coming up. But there were rappers in my neighborhood, and there were artists. They didn't really understand how to make a career out of it. So I'm just happy of being like one of those persons, one of those first dudes to walk in the hood with a 7D, with an SLR, and be like, yo, we gonna, me and my homie David Manigo, shout out David Manigo, shooting videos. You know what I mean? So. That's a start. So now little kids coming up, and now their camera work is tight. They know about their apertures and their f-stops, and you know what I mean? Like they're going in, and that makes me proud. It's my biggest honor.
Respect that. And the title, "Living and Dying While Black in America." This is a portion of the show that disheartened me because we shouldn't even have to talk about this, but we need to.
Here we go again.
With the police brutality, we have Sandra Bland. Now, we've seen the Sandra Bland video. We've seen the cop make a U-turn to follow her, tell her to put her cigarette out. First, he asked her, tell me what's wrong, and then you get mad at her response and tell her to take the cigarette out, and you yank her out the car. And you kill her, and then take a picture, and then show America like I've been arrested and I take a mugshot and I never had I don't know what we call it, a jumpsuit on. So there's so many questions.
No, looks like in jail.
There's so many questions how they killed. No African American queen that just got the job of her life is going to commit suicide.
Cut it out. You already know. You already know what's
That's not going to happen. And so for them, for the coroner to come out, for the judge, and we watched the video. We hear her, oh, these blanks in South Carolina got you scared. And then it just ended there. We were seeing a murder. We were seeing a murder happen. A premeditated murder. So
you know, this is something that everybody needs to know, or everybody needs to understand, especially if you're a black person coming up in any type of urban or racist area in general. Police officers suffer from a complex called fragile masculinity. Anything you say to them that triggers, you know, an assault against their manhood can make them kill you, and they don't.
And they'll get away.
And they don't evaluate.
And they'll get away with it.
They don't give them the counseling they need. They don't get the counseling they need throughout the duration of their career. Where people,
hey, Darren Wilson,
are coming in saying, it's okay. We know you're a man. We know you're a real boy. We know you're not, you know, whatever. Like if you say anything, if you call them, you know, like gay or something like that,
they get upset.
They go
oh,
crazy.
What? Hands behind your back.
Like, no, I got a penis. I got two of them. We like, huh? We like, huh?
Wait a minute.
You didn't hear that. Get on the floor.
Get on the floor. So, like I mean, and then we also got put body cams on them. Put body cams on them.
They controlling the body cams.
Put body cams on them. What happened in Cincinnati to Samuel the boy? Huh? What happened to him? A traffic stop and you get shot in your head?
I know in Staten Island with Eric Garner, they said the camera lied. That's how the cops got off. Like, we know you see him being choked out on camera, but you know video cameras lie.
And the guy who took that video has suffered.
He was in jail longer than the cop. But the cops never, my bad.
The cops never went to jail. No charge. An indictment.
I wonder when my friends and I have broken the law, or you know, if we break the law, how come a grand jury never pops up and say, yeah, we don't want to charge these guys? How come we don't get that?
Grand jury,
what? You know, if you take this Hennessy bottle and bust me across the head, right?
On camera, but
yeah,
no, the camera's gonna lie though.
The camera's lying. For one, no cameras lie.
Bust you in the head.
Cameras lie. We know that. But how come the grand jury's gonna say, Pat, you live in Ireland for a couple of years, we're not gonna charge you, you know? Black Irishmen.
Patrick? Oh yeah. Oh, he's a good one. He gets a paycheck? Oh yeah.
Oh, he's a good one.
We can monitor his income? Oh yeah.
We never hear these grand juries, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, the prisons are the biggest business.
Oh yeah.
It's America's biggest prison.
It's
don't be an employee. Flat out.
That's
shout out to B-Hop. Yeah.
Forever, man. That's
and we also got to talk about now. This Kristen Taylor story is kind of one. I don't understand. Okay, why was he in a car lot?
What was he doing?
I don't understand what he was doing, but at the same, he didn't deserve to die. But
he didn't though.
I don't understand why he was in a car lot. He's a sophomore going into college. But he's in Texas. You're in Arlington. And the cop had no physical contact with him.
Right.
Just went up to him and just shot him and killed him. And he got fired. But he won't go to jail.
It's sad.
I mean, they never go to jail.
Yo, they could kill. The police could kill us.
Like put you on leave.
And get away with it.
Administrative leave. Right?
With 13% of the population, gonna make up 25% of unarmed shootings.
But how much percentage is in jail?
All of us.
All of us.
Even if you free, you in jail.
Even if you're right.
I just got done reading Huey Newton Revolutionary Suicide for the 40th time. About to make it 41. You know, Huey had you on point. Yeah. You know. Seriously.
This world
yeah,
if you don't find nothing to die for, you already did.
Yeah, if you don't, like I said, stand for something or to fall for anything. So it's been great just to get this show and get this positivity and just see black men. We're not out killing. We trying to spread real news. This is not fabricated. We're all from different walks of life, but we all share the same thing. We all love love. And that's why I'm always going to make sure that everybody know this is a show full of positivity. You may not like it, but you can sit your child in front of the show and they're going to get something from it. So we appreciate you guys for coming back. And Ferguson, is this Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Is this Groundhog Day?
Ferguson making more news, unfortunately. Again. Man.
I think,
we can talk about it.
I think technology is allowing us. Is taking some of these things to the next level. I think that I think we're going to see a shift.
Yes.
We just have to figure out the right way to punish these police officers that are doing these crimes.
How?
And then I don't know. I'm saying
I'm
not talking like through violence.
Exactly.
I'm talking about through learning how to use the system that is used against us. Because in our family, I'm keeping 100. A lot of us don't participate in the system. Right. Some of us can't, but some of us can. Like I was telling my young boy, they was wilding out, they was riding dirt bikes, they was going crazy, they was flipping when the cops first got indicted for the Freddie Gray incident here in Baltimore. And I said, yo, none of y'all vote. What that mean? If you don't vote, you can't do jury duty. What that mean? That means the same type of people that killed Freddie Gray are going to be the same type of people sitting on that jury.
That's deep.
So if you eligible to play the game and you just watch it from the sidelines, you're part of the problem, dog.
Right.
Flat out.
Much so.
You know?
Wow, that was real right there.
You know, there's some of them like, yo, you right. Nah, man, I don't want to be right. I want you to go register, so it's like, if you're not registered to vote and you gotta vote, man, because we need you to sit on those juries so you can put these devils in jail. Those cops who killed Freddie Gray were real live devils. You can see it in their eyes. They were hateful people.
You heard him yelling. You heard him screaming.
Come on, you drag somebody with they know that you see him put the knee in it. If you drag somebody, you know how painful that is? That's like that's like torture.
Yeah.
And then to have a nerve for the FOP commissioner to come on TV and say, yo, they did everything that was in their training. That's the devil. That's the devil. I'm like, yo, please, God, can this happen to his son?
It's a Babylon system.
Can this happen to him? Can it you need to, if you can be that hateful, you need to feel some pain. You need to feel pain.
It's a Babylon system like that in place because really we're kings and queens. We're not even really supposed to be here. Y'all brought us here. It's not like you said, please bring us here, and we're gonna work. We're gonna pick cotton. And we're gonna dance. We're gonna be happy joy, and y'all gonna teach us shades so we can divide each other, so we can never have a unity. Cause we never hear Mexican people saying, "You look really, really Mexican and dark." So I can't love you, and I won't respect you, and her who's lighter than you is more beautiful. You know what? You just go back there. So they taught us that. We could be in Africa. We were kings and queens. Why do you think they're trying to kill us?
I was teaching at Cotto State University, at HBCU, that's 100 years old, and it had no black professors in the English department. None. The only one that came in was me, and I wasn't a full professor. I was an adjunct. I quit. They're back to having 0 black professors in the English department. That's a problem. That's a serious. This is an HBCU with a strong black legacy that's 100 years old. No black professors in the English department. 0. And they fighting to get a white studies program, a European studies program there. Why are you fighting for that? And they have no African studies program at an HBCU, and you fighting for a European studies program. The kids don't want to learn about mayonnaise. They want to learn about these kings and queens.
Yo.
We're talking about Seinfeld. European studies.
Can I tell you something?
Kramer 102.
African American history in Connecticut was my favorite subject. Learning so many things that we've done that they just sweep under the rug. Like it's amazing to see. Even when I see a black man get drafted top 10, when I see a black man from the hood make it, I'm happy. You know why? Because they beat the system. We won.
Did
They at the same time you could say the owners are slave owners, but these guys are getting an opportunity to change their whole 50 to 60 the legacy.
How many of them actually do that?
And that's true.
Message.
That's true.
Message.
And that's true. You don't need $100,000. Watch.
We just had the conversation about Chad Johnson.
Chad's broke.
Ocho is going broke.
He owe me $30, man.
Ocho had the world in his
Ocho,
hands.
you watching this? Give me the 30.
He had the world. He had at the same time he was on HBO.
He was on
MTV,
VH1,
and he was in South Beach. About to be playing for the
Dolphins, and one headbutt changed
and one headbutt, and he lost everything.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Yo, anybody can go broke as long as as long as there's cocaine and prostitutes, anybody can go broke.
Very true.
You're right.
Wall Street Bank, Wall Street, they said they spent an estimated $3 billion on cocaine.
I saw your
and prostitutes
tweet.
a year.
I saw the tweet you tweeted out yesterday.
Imagine if they
did.
Imagine they used that money to reinvest in which they won't, which they don't. So that's why it's like I'm moving towards the whole wave of like nation building. What does that look like? You know, one of my friends told me the other day, she was like, yo, in Atlanta, we don't say things like that business is black owned because it's already assumed. She was like, yo, I went to 2 different dentists in 2 different neighborhoods because my insurance switched. And I never even like looked them up on anything, and it was just black off the rip. Nation building. What does that look like? What does it look like to take that dollar and allow it to circulate in your community as many times as possible? This is why I get all my straight out of Baltimore shirts from Entropy. You know what I mean? This is where I get them from. I could have got straight out of Baltimore. I could have got one from Walmart.
We got the support here.
I could have got one.
243.
I could have got one from the bun shop.
West
I got Entropy.
Entropy. We're at Entropy. This is one of the places that was actually vandalized during the Baltimore riots, and it's black owned. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on the riots? You think it was effective?
Yes and no. So nobody wants to see violence. Nobody wants to see businesses being torn apart. No one wants to see anybody hurt. But without those riots, you don't get those charges.
You're right.
And it's not just it's not just the uprise that brought about the charges. It's the fact that the National Guard had to come in and shut the city down.
You're right.
So that's making the people with money say, "Hello, can I speak to Stephanie Rollins Blake? Look, I don't care what you do with these little, these little cops. They're not really. Look, my bar has been shut down for 4 days.
Exactly.
I'm losing a ton of capital. Like, that's when you step up and you got to make that type of decision because now you're messing with the money. Exactly. The violence cuts into the money. When you cut into the money, the conversation changes. We can march up and down the street all day long and nobody's going to care. They've been doing it since our parents was kids. True. They've been doing it since our parents. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you march. But if you take a brick and go upside their head, it's like, yo, we got to pay attention because somebody's going to get hurt and it's going to cost money. If you want to follow any movement that worked, follow the money. Any revolutionary change that went down, follow the money. When you follow the money, especially when you're talking about America and capitalism, it's about $1 over here, nothing else.
$1 is more than a life here.
It's about $1. It's about $1. More than a life. You know, so you follow the money, and so I think they were effective. Again, you know, like I think if the kids had some sense, or you know, some of the kids who participated in what was going on, they didn't really know that they were part of a bigger movement. So some of the kids who potentially, you know, destroyed or tried to destroy businesses like this, they didn't know. They don't even know that they sparking. They don't know that they're making history. That they're responsible. We're living in historical times right now. And what you guys are doing with this show, what I try to do in my writing, we're documenting the culture in an accurate way so that we're preserving that black legacy and that history so they didn't know.
Damn,
I think
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah,
my man.
So the riots were effective, but we got to figure out a way to take the negativity that came with them and flip it into a positive and nation build. From here, we nation build. We nation build.
It's unity, man. It's unity.
Start a business, man. On Dame Dash, leave it to your son, or leave it to Dame Dash's son. Just leave it to somebody's son. His son got cookies.
But that's how. But you know what? That's how the other races. That's how Jewish people. That's how Indian people. They breed their children into taking over the business, so they never broke. Word. It's like a cycle.
Word.
We talked about it on a call earlier we had that it's a cycle that you build. Like for instance, when our show pop off, somebody may say, "Hey, Tay, Pat, can you be on our show?"
Word.
And it's all a cycle. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we appreciate you coming on the show.
No doubt, man. It's all love, man.
Also talk about the guns for laptops.
Yo, so I just wrote this crazy story. I just wrote this crazy story about there's this guy named Lance Lucas, and he has a program. He has a program where you can exchange a gun and get a brand new laptop. So I thought that was amazing. I said, wow, you taking guns off the street. You taking guns off the street like you're doing your thing and it's positive, and you know, I thought that was amazing. So he said, yo, that's not the real story. Let me tell you the real story. So the real story isn't the laptops or guns. He does that for media attention. The real story is training. He has a cure for systemic poverty. And let me explain. He trained 100 people in the last 3 months that identified as being in poverty. He trained 100 people who identify as being in poverty. And out of that 100 people, 62 of them became A+ certified in the 3-month period. Those 62 people got jobs in that 3-month period. Those 62 people got jobs making $25 an hour plus in the 3-month period. So they went from actually being people who you would identify as being in poverty to the breadwinners in that family. He did that, and he did it for free. The people who he trained, they were coming home from jail.
Wow.
Some of them were homeless. Some of them were like
so he gave them a skill.
He gave them a skill. He has a cure for systemic poverty. So anybody with money and resources, they need to back that. And if they don't do it, then that's criminal. So people will put money into all these little programs that don't do anything when you can actually put money into something that's proven to be effective. Think about that. 62 people got jobs making $25 an hour plus after 3 months of training, and it's all free.
Wow.
You don't even need to turn in a gun. You could just go there. And he does it at the Urban League. You down with the Urban League, right? So
he had one on July 25th.
Yeah, so I went
there.
there. I was there. I covered the story. I followed them all the way to New Orleans.
Wow.
Because they're doing the same thing down there.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like we got dudes like Lance Lucas putting work in, and they need to get love and respect.
Think about it, the media don't have that out here.
Let me tell you,
not gonna
the New York Times told me to write the piece and didn't run it. They told me to write the New York Times told me to write the piece and they didn't run it. But then they ran an article about a white boy who couldn't pay his student loans, and he went to school for computers, and he was able to get a job making $100K. And the article was trash. Mm-hmm. You don't want to tell the black story, and you don't want to tell the black side of that for what? I asked the dude. I told the dude he was a coon. I said, "What you asking me right for?" I was legit mad at Joe for like. I talked to the Guardian. The Guardian, the UK joint. The next day, they ran a joint the next day.
And that was huge. That's huge.
So how long you write for the salon? How long you
I've been right. So I'm supposed to do 2 a month, but I've been bumping heads with my, I bump heads with editors everywhere now because but it's like I do 2 a month. I'm writing one right now on All Lives Matter. Okay. Because All Lives Matter is whack.
It is whack.
It's whack.
Because it was only made after Black Lives Matter.
You know, a white boy, an unarmed white boy got killed the other day, right? Zachary Hammond. Where the All Lives Matter people at? They just want to try to attach themselves to Black Lives Matter. Yo, everybody know white people matter. Every time I walk down the street, I see like 8 statues of white niggas. Of course white people matter. Like, yo, fuck All Lives Matter. Like, seriously, like, they just want to try to latch on to Black Lives Matter and almost like make
they love the culture.
That's like saying, check this out. If I'm in a cancer fundraiser, right, I'm not going to walk in there and say gonorrhea matters. Come on, dog. Like, yo, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm going to have respect for whatever they trying to do. So leave. If you're not trying to help with Bill, leave us alone. Flat out.
And speaking of, these GOP candidates.
Oh my God.
Donald Trump, Jeb Bush,
retard training camp.
Ben Carson, and
who knew Ben Carson was retarded? Yeah. He separated babies.
Ben Carson basically like, I don't care about them black folks. I got money.
He a super coon. He the worst.
I got money.
He the worst.
I got money.
Oh,
yeah, like I said, we're not gonna give too much time to that, but they had a little town hall meeting. Yeah, people watched.
He opened his mouth, and I lost all respect for him.
Ben Carson,
yeah,
he the worst.
What about that gold king mine spill that they should be putting more attention to? 3 million gallons of iron, zinc, and copper went into the Dungaree River. It's not Dungaree River, but Dungaree in Colorado. Yeah.
That's cool. It's already in tap water anyway.
Right.
Every time you brush your teeth. Why you think your teeth get white?
In the city, you've been drinking zinc and all
pesticides, herbicides, potassium, fluoride, all of these things. So you live in Europe, some of their teeth are a little twisted.
Oh, yeah.
Some of their teeth are a little, you know what I'm saying, on a half. You know what I mean? A little meth mouth.
Too much Lucasade.
Yeah. Teeth look like crack residue.
Almost forgot about Bobby Chris, man. Shout out to the man, Bobby Chris, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bobby Christina.
Almost forgot about her,
I ain't
family.
Yeah, she passed.
Wasn't she like 19 or something?
Yeah.
She was young.
22, 21.
Young, but
how she died?
Bobby and Whitney.
Drowned.
She was on the Whitney.
She's on the Whitney.
Yeah. Rest in peace. I ain't know that.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Bobby Chris, man. We had to show some love, man. It just, you know, it's tough, but you know what it is.
We thought Cuba finally opened back up to the United States. It's the embassy. It's all about money, though.
It's been a long time.
The key is, I wanted to go there before the United States actually started throwing their flags up, man.
Yeah, for United flags.
It's gonna be Cuba's gonna be like White March Mall now.
Yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be whack, man. They're gonna make it. They're gonna try to come through, strip the culture. You right. Have cruise ships parking out front.
Right.
Duty-free liquor on the shore.
Right, on the shore, you already know. They gotta get the duty-free liquor. It's only right. They gotta get their money.
I mean, I still want to go. Hopefully, you know, like shout out to Asada, man. You know, that's the first thing they said when they was talking about opening Cuba back up. Is trying to go over there and find Asada Shakur.
Yeah,
that's the first thing they want to do. Yeah,
that's the first thing they want to do.
Yeah,
old white cops, like 70 years old, like still mad.
I want her. Give me one. Put me in, coach.
She's too thorough for y'all.
Yeah, she is.
They not ready.
So yeah, folks. D, it was a pleasure, man.
It was.
Pleasure was all mine,
pleasure, man.
Pleasure was
it was
all
a pleasure,
mine,
man.
Pleasure was all mine.
Again, you guys can follow us at Real Talk with Sports.
Exclusive.
I mean, you can follow us at RTN Sports. That's on the Twitter. I mean, it's a lot that went on in the show, man.
It is, man.
I'm sitting here and I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah,
so
like
it's
man,
yeah, man.
We done this.
We here.
This
Get
is part
familiar.
one. Subscribe, man. Follow.
And listen. Straight out of B-More.
Straight out of B-More. Real talk. You know, we be back with that sports. You know, we got still give y'all what y'all need.
We got the sports.
We need all y'all. Y'all need all y'all.
And we got guy we gotta talk about next segment.
Yeah, of course.
That they not talking about. And it's all about white privilege.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come right back at y'all, folks.
Y'all about that.
We gonna talk about white privilege.
We'll talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it.
We back.
Sports.
Part 2.
Real talking sports. We're back, folks.
Man.
Great.
Did you see part 1?
Part 1 was awesome.
You might want to check part 1 out.
That's a smart young man.
And check it out again.
He's older than me, but he's a smart young man.
Man, you better get familiar. Subscribe,
follow and listen.
You trying to tell y'all, Real Talking Sports ain't going nowhere. We here.
So let's
we can get started.
Yeah, we getting started. First of all, we want to give a rest in peace to Roddy Piper.
Rest in peace to the Hot Rod, man.
He passed away.
The Hot Rod. I remember Hot Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper.
With
a skirt. He was the toughest man I knew who wore a skirt ever.
Yeah, man. You know, it's kilt, man.
Kilt. There we go.
You know. Yeah. I mean, it was a skirt. It was a skirt. It was a kilt, but it was a skirt.
Same thing.
Yeah. It's all good.
Also,
man,
we have
rest in peace to the Hot Rod.
Rest in peace to Frank Gifford.
Frank Gifford, man, probably one of the greatest Giants of all time.
He still holds the record for most touchdowns ever
in Giants history.
He's only one of 2 players who has 30 receiving touchdowns and 30 rushing touchdowns and 40 receiving touchdowns. And he also made the Pro Bowl at 3 different positions.
He did.
Quarterback.
The only player to ever do that.
Yeah. What was it? Running back.
13 Pro Bowls.
And he married Kathy Lee.
And he retired and came back.
And he married a fitness model.
He did.
And he married a beauty queen.
And him and Howard Cosell were Monday Night Football.
Good life.
Yeah. So
rest in peace.
Frank was the man.
Speaking of, going to the Hall of Fame.
A lot of Hall of Famers, man. We gotta give a big shout out to, man. Big Chuck finally got to the Hall.
Finally.
Charles Haley. You know, Nana great, Cowboy great. Junior Seau, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Junior, man, his daughter gave a real touching
Why
speech.
they didn't let her talk? Why didn't let her have a proper speech?
I don't know. They changed up their little method for this shit, though. How they do things. I don't know what's going on with that. The bus, though.
Yeah, the Steelers
Nation was deep.
Steelers fan definitely come out deep.
Yo, they was deep in Cannes, though. They was all over the place. Bill Polian got in.
Tim Brown.
Timmy.
He deserved it.
Timmy. Finally.
He deserved it.
Man, that's the NFL, huh?
And then we also the Baseball Hall of Fame. Randy Johnson, the big unit.
Probably some of the greatest pitchers of all time.
Pedro Martinez.
Pedro.
John Smoltz.
Smoltz.
And Craig Biggio.
Biggio.
Some good names.
Man,
You know,
that was a tough play.
when players are going into the Hall of Fame, it just makes me realize how older I am. When all these players
Yeah,
we used to
them
root
we
for,
used to watch growing up.
and now they're in the Hall of Fame. So,
We getting old.
and you know,
Ken
it's
Griffey Jr. coming up.
next year. He gonna get first ballot.
Of course. I mean, well, yeah, the swing man definitely is first ballot. Ain't even no questions.
He has to be first ballot. Now,
we gonna start with football.
I mean, the NFL is right around the corner.
I guess we might as well start with football.
27 days.
Because it's definitely football time, y'all.
Fantasy football almost back, folks.
And that means more real talking sports, too.
Volume 12's coming. Stay tuned. Again, we had Entropy.
Yeah, we are still live.
At 243 West Reed Street, Baltimore, Maryland. Again, we got the hat. We got the shirt. I just come in here and buy stuff. And help black
we
owned
in here,
businesses.
man. The homie Remy, man,
I don't really like
Remy.
Remy.
Man. We in the
Joking.
building.
That's my man.
Homie
You a
Remy
homie.
holding us down, man. We,
Even though we
just
passed
trying
time.
to do what we can do. We working on a tight schedule, but hey, we working. Long as we working and we ain't playing, then we good.
But let's speak about the NFL versus Tom Brady.
I guess we can start with Tom, huh?
With all this
And the
litigation.
sketch. You see the sketch, though?
The sketch, though, which wasn't even supposed to be released.
That was the worst sketch in the history of...
They said DirecTV.
Of
You know,
course.
they said, I'm Super Bowl winning Tom Brady, and I'm cable Tom Brady.
Yeah, that was like the worst picture ever. I don't know what that chick was doing, man.
And she gets paid to do that.
But I'm telling you right now, though. Here first. Real talking sports. I'm telling you right now. Tom Brady will not miss any game.
He won't. He's playing.
They are in the court, which means you're innocent until proven guilty.
When you're
means that the NFL has no direct evidence that says or shows Tom Brady did or had anything to do with deflated balls.
Pause.
Deflated balls.
Now, but listen to this.
So,
you
thing
said
is though, is they have to show something to the court because the judge already put his hand down. I'm just saying he put his hand down. He told them.
You watch a lot of Law and Order.
That they got to show what Tom Brady did and what they gonna show.
Now, you did say something that was wrong. You said that in the court of law, you're innocent until proven guilty.
You are.
Not if you're black.
In the court of law.
No, not if you're
Well,
black.
that's in the book.
In the book.
That's in the book.
So, but yeah, I mean, and also let's talk about Russell Wilson got paid.
Pay the man 2015.
Russell, stop holding features.
Russell, last
Don't
name
hold
Wilson.
that man's baby. I'm against that of him holding. Yeah, I actually started a Twitter war where I put a picture of Russell holding baby Future, and I put "Don't improve," and then for the whole night, everybody was giving in their opinion. It was hilarious.
I mean,
Russell got paid.
Russ the man though, man.
He's not a good dude.
He different. Yeah, it's real. It's police behind us.
Yeah, that's real. We take him alive from Entropy.
Yeah, man. We downtown.
We downtown Baltimore.
I guess we can talk about these quarterbacks fighing, though. I guess we can go
No, Cam.
talk about these quarterbacks fighting.
I love Cam. Cam was fighting with a smile on his face.
I think Cam took the cornerback for a joke.
He did.
Whoever
Yeah.
he was. I don't even know who the cornerback was.
The cornerbacks are making
But they
five.
say he had been talking smack to him like for a couple days, and it just kind of blew up. But
Yeah.
Cam tried like beasted him though.
I mean, he was 6'5", and the cornerback was 5'10".
Yeah, he tried like beasted him. But I tell you who did get beasted though.
Oh,
Your man
Geno.
Oh, Geno.
How do you get your jaw broken?
For $600, Geno? Why you just pay that man his money? $600 for a flight ticket is not worth both sides of your jaw being broken. He didn't break just one side. He broke both. So I mean, he hit you with a 2-piece special, no side,
No food.
no biscuit.
No nothing.
All you got was straight chicken.
And mashed potatoes.
That's it.
And mashed potatoes out of
All
the
you
straw.
got was the 2-piece. He pieced you up, and then Rexy.
Goes and pick up.
Everybody
How you
thought
pronounce
his
his
man.
name?
Look, I don't know. IK is the first name. The last name is ENEMK PALI.
Rex went to sign.
You figure it out. But Rex gave this man a job after everybody thought that his NFL career was over. Rex said, "You know what? You can come play for me." He pulled a Suge. When Suge told him come to that bro, he really just pulled him. Come to Buffalo.
But you know, the
He
NFL policy
in.
is going to see whether he's going to get suspended.
What you think gonna happen?
He'll probably get suspended. I mean, a fight, probably get 2 games.
Why he get suspended though?
Yeah, they are fighting in training camp.
I'm saying, why we get suspended?
You're right.
And then Geno did owe him $600.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
It's.
For them.
Is it?
No, it's no money.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
He sucker punched
Geno, you shouldn't have got pieced up for $600. That's all I'm saying.
So now we have a Ryan Fitzpatrick sighting.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is back.
Now Ryan, now listen to this.
Why is it that Ryan Fitzpatrick and
Carson Palmer
and Matt Flynn keep getting jobs? I don't understand. And Vince Young can't get a job to save his life.
We know that.
Jamarcus Russell still losing weight, trying to get back.
You know how it is, man. We don't need to talk about that. Ryan Fitzpatrick took over for Carson Palmer as the Bengals quarterback. He took over for the Bills as a Bills quarterback. He's also
everybody gets hurt.
A Titans quarterback. Jake Locklear.
Everybody gets hurt when
Ryan Mallett got hurt.
Fitzpatrick come to town.
But I think they have a better chance to win with Fitzpatrick.
They might, because Geno throw them interceptions, so you know how that goes.
And we got good news. Eric Berry's back from cancer.
Welcome back, man, to the homie Eric Berry, man. You know what I'm saying? Cancer, cancer to losers again. You know what I'm saying? So we good to see him back out on the field. Matter of fact, I think they play tonight.
They play tonight.
So he's remaking his debut. After that, so man, good to see him back.
Also, Jameis Winston.
That's a lot going on. Famous Jameis
as a starting quarterback
got that job. I mean, well, nobody else gonna get the job.
Nah, he's the first round pick. First round pick.
Yeah,
the first pick of the draft.
We can talk about Jen Welter. We got to congratulate
Jen Welter,
the first
being the first female coach in the NFL
in NFL history.
Now, do you know?
Bravo.
You know she's going to be the inside linebacker coach, the interim linebacker coach for the
Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, she's currently just doing an intern. She's a Texas Revolution head coach in the indoor football league, and she also played football 14 years herself. So, shout out! I like the fact that they give her an opportunity.
Man. Yeah, congratulations! Gotta shout out the lady that's doing her thing, man.
And she's coming in. Arian Foster's out.
Arian Foster's always hurt. That's your man too.
Yeah.
Speaking, we talking about football and fantasy.
I had him last year.
That's your man.
No, I only had him last year though. But he did.
I thought you had him like 2 years ago. 3 years ago.
Nah, that wasn't me.
Nah,
that wasn't me.
That's your man though.
And then we
T.Y. got that dough cheap.
Yeah, T.Y. got 65 million, 39 guaranteed.
After we did Houston the last 2 years, he deserved it.
He only has 19 career touchdowns.
And 7 of those against Houston.
Against Houston.
so shout out to Houston for getting that man paid.
Speaking of fighting,
man,
we got Ronda Rousey. 34 seconds.
Man, I don't know. I don't even know why she even still fighting anymore.
She's actually quicker than me.
She's the new Mike Tyson. Come on, man. Cut it out. It's PG rated.
Nah, I mean when I fight 30 seconds. Like 30 seconds.
That's how long your fight lasts?
No, knockout.
Hit him with the left.
Hit him with the right. I'm gonna
knock him out like fight now. Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah, so she's beefing with Floyd.
She ain't really beefing, man. That's
she just want to be in the spotlight.
That's publicity. Her and Conor McGregor, I don't know why they think they can go from the octagon to the ring and think that it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Like, they don't want to see Floyd with the hands.
They don't.
Neither one of them.
They don't.
It's not safe. Now, on the other hand, though, Floyd don't want to go on the octagon either because I think Ronda might choke him out. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he want to see Ronda on that mat because I think she'll choke him out. I really do. But she choke out everybody. So
yeah,
I don't like Floyd's chances in the octagon.
I don't like her chances either. Floyd, what do you like Floyd's chances against Alberto on September the 12th?
Floyd, why are you even fighting Andre Berto? What did he do to deserve a Floyd Mayweather fight? And then, guy had the nerve to go from making the fight free still making us pay for it? Really? We gotta pay for Andre Berto? Really? Come on, man. But I'll tell you what I will pay for on November 21st.
Canelo and Cotto.
Canelo and Miguel Cotto. Finally
See that happen.
Up at a catch weight. They know me to like 156, something like that.
I got Cotto in that fight.
It's gonna be awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. Middleweight championship. It's going down 11/21. So definitely gonna be tuned into that. Now we got a lot going on in the Euro world.
Oh yeah,
football.
The actual EPL, the Barclays Premiership started last week. Arsenal lost. Peter Cech played awful, but again, things happen. We also got Cristiano Ronaldo from Real Madrid, Luis Suarez from Barcelona, and Messi are finalists for the European Player of the Year. But I also want to talk about another story. Jose Mourinho, he's a head coach or the manager of Chelsea, and he actually called the team doctor a son of a bitch. But she's a female. Oh. So that's not sitting too well. Yeah, and he's actually banished her from because basically Eden Hazard, he's one of the best players in Europe. They were already down a man, and he actually came on and told her to get off the field because he was hurt, and they were playing 9 against 11. So yeah, it's not making a lot of waves here, but it's making big waves over in the UK.
I'm sure.
And speak.
Seen Messi.
You did see Messi? And there's 2 goals.
Yeah, I seen
against
Messi
Seville
in the Super Cup.
Against Seville.
That's a bad dude, man.
Yeah, it's a bad dude.
I don't really get into the saga like that, but I watch that dude because him and Ronaldo must see TV. For real. And
also we have let's get into a little bit of golf. We got Roy McIlroy's back.
Roy is back. They got they playing a tournament right now. You know the PGA is coming up. Tiger is
trash.
What's going on with Tiger, man? Is Tiger
he lost his women? Nah, he lost his women. That was his mojo.
Is his swag juice officially at 0? I think. First of all,
Tiger never had swag juice.
He did though. He did. I'm trying to tell you, Tiger was the man for a long period of time. He had the black kids playing golf, everything. Well, no black kids playing golf.
He wasn't treating the black women right.
I mean,
he
wasn't treating none of the women right, though.
Exactly. But I don't think the black woman would have went out.
I don't think he should have never got married.
I don't know why he did. And then she went off.
Like you messing with, we not about to get into Tiger's story. We done talked about Tiger quite a few times because I'm still.
We want you to win, Tiger. We want you to do it.
I'm telling you, he was juicing.
He was the HGH. We'll see.
I try to tell y'all he was juicing. Y'all ain't trying to listen.
We got the PGA Championship coming up.
But the PGAs are coming up in a couple
Jordan
weeks.
Jordan Spieth is the favorite.
Jordan should win it. I mean, because Roy, he's not looking too good in this, the tournament that they all in right now. I think it's a tournament down in Florida.
Yeah, so
he's not looking too good. So he probably got to bounce back.
Speaking of looking good, have you seen Serena's pictures?
Shout out to Serena Williams.
The split heard around the world.
Somebody's an athlete, I tell you.
Serena, and then she just got a 21st major title, Grand Slam at the Wimbledon.
That man's physically fit.
Yeah, she is physically fit.
Yeah, she's in the semifinals at the Rogers Cup right now. I don't know who she's playing. Probably doesn't matter. But she did lose in the first match. She did lose the first 2 sets. I'm sorry, the first set. That was the first set she's lost, and I don't know. So everybody got nervous, but she took care of whoever the young lady was. So she'll probably win the Rogers Cup, and then probably win the next major that's coming up, which is the U.S. Open.
In the Rogers Cup, that's being played in Toronto.
See that? Man, it's a lot going on.
What about the Blue Jays?
It's a lot going on in Toronto.
The Blue Jays, since back-to-back came out, they're 12-1.
The Blue Jays, Drake, they got the
Reggae
Festival this weekend. Man,
Toronto's definitely a spot to go. And I'm there next year.
That Drake be so lit.
I ain't missing out.
Yeah. Man, if you ain't never been to Caribana and OVO, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you go to Toronto, you cannot go to the parade and then don't stay the extra 2 days and go to the OVO festival because you're not getting the full trip if you do that. I'm just telling you, if you want to go for the parade for the weekend, that's perfectly fine. But if you miss the concert, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, the OVL did look lit, as we mentioned. They got David Price.
David Price wasn't supposed to get traded.
Yeah, they got David Price. So he's a lot. He basically made their pitching staff better. They now have an ace.
Troy Tulowitzki.
Yeah, for Jose Reyes. They won. Yeah.
They got deep. They got deep quick too. They added all that depth within the last 30 days.
Their actual starting pitcher. They probably won't
tough.
keep David Price. Because of his pay, but he said when he pitched in the Rogers Center, it was one of the best crowds he's ever pitched in front of ever.
Man.
We also have Kia Shah Awokuma, who threw a no-hitter.
I might have had a no-hitter. Look, we
pronounce
might have jacked your name up because of throwing that cheese out there on the mound, and he got his no-hitter. So congratulations on that.
And we got the Yankees are slumping.
They stinking up the joint.
We got David Ortiz, 9 away from 500. Big Papi. And we also got the Mets and Cubs are streaking. They're actually trying to make some noise in the postseason. So
the Nats been losing too, man. Attitude. All I'm saying is get it together. Because right now, not looking too hot. I don't know what's going on. We got Spain back. We got Strauss back. What's going on, Attitude? I need y'all to figure it out.
And speaking of, let's get into a little bit of the NBA. James Harden.
Welcome back. NBA.
12 years, $200 million.
The fall is awesome. Adidas gave James Harden
12 years,
cheese.
$200 million.
Straight up. And Nike would not match the offer. Nike said, you know what, y'all can have him.
I mean,
I hope he don't ever get injured. You know, Adidas, they tend to lose ball players, you know.
Derrick Rose,
Adidas, you know, Derrick Rose, Robert Griffin.
And they had the USA basketball camp.
USA basketball, the white versus blue game was last night
in Vegas.
You know, probably saw Big Blake in the top 10 if you watch SportsCenter. Caught the oop off the glass from Carter Williams. That was pretty nice. LeBron said he up in the air. Well, he haven't confirmed yet for Rio, but KD and Carmelo have. So USA probably win more gold medals.
Then we also got the NBA opening day schedule. We got the Cavs and the Bulls. We got the Pelicans and the Warriors. Should be some good games.
Chance got to play on.
Also, we want to get well soon. Flip Saunders.
Yeah, man, Flip, man, get well, Flip, man. You know, battling cancer, man. That cancer be everywhere, man.
The Red Sox manager also.
Yeah.
Battling cancer, John Landry. So we want to make sure he gets a speedy recovery. Also, I mean, this is a little bit off the topic. You heard about Snoop's son.
Yeah, we got to mention Snoop, man. Snoop's son. He decided to quit UCLA football. I don't know what's going on, but he said he wants to focus on his grades and he want to be an actor. So
you can't knock that.
He was like the number 5 or 6 rated wideout coming into the season at his grade. So I don't know. I mean, I guess he can do what he want. I mean, his father is Snoop.
Yeah, his father is Snoop.
So I mean, like
D-O-double-G.
He gotta play football.
You don't gotta play football.
Pretty much.
That's just a hobby.
Yeah.
And you said he's an actor. We want to talk about something. It has to deal with one specific individual who plays for the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, most of you guys haven't heard the name Patrick Kane. A lot of people don't watch the NHL. But Patrick Kane...
A lot of people do. And a lot of you people that do watch the NHL know who Patrick Kane is. And y'all ain't talking about it either. But go ahead.
Yeah, Patrick Kane, basically, he's a 3-time Stanley Cup winner from the Chicago Blackhawks. He was charged with rape in Buffalo. It's a rape. It's not charged, but he's a major suspect. He's so major that his team has suspended him. We don't see it on SportsCenter.
He lost that cover of the NHL 16.
He lost the cover of the NHL 16. We don't see it on CNN. Why aren't they talking about Patrick Kane
like at all
in this rape case?
But they are talking about Alden Smith.
Talking about Ray Rice.
They talking about Ray Rice too.
Yeah, talking about JPP. I don't know what was JPP doing.
But see JPP, man, he was on Ballers last week. You can't be making cameos on shows, man. You need to get your finger in order. You like firecrackers. Come on. I can't get with JPP, but your boy Alden, he done had one too many chances.
Yeah, he got to get cut.
Justin Blackman, he done.
And like I said, I just don't understand.
Patrick Kane, though.
Alcoholic.
Nobody talks about Patrick
2009.
Kane. Like, he's like a
taxi driver.
wild boy, though. Like,
he's a loose cannon.
He is, though. I guess it's not worth mentioning.
So, yeah, and then like I said, folks, you can follow us on the Twitter.
Mike Scott, though.
It's on that's at RT
at
Sports.
RT Sports, man.
Got the little podcast.
The little podcast. Real Talking Sports, man. .libsyn.com. We already know.
Yeah, Mike Scott.
Podcast source.
Mike Scott.
Apple, Android, Windows, all that stuff.
Mike Scott, how you getting caught with 35 grams of marijuana?
Mike.
And 10 grams of MDMA.
Come on, Mike. Mike
facing
got the
25 years.
Mike got the Molly. Come on, Mike.
In the Commonwealth, he been listening to too much Future.
Come on, Mike. You
blame it on
Molly.
Future.
Come on, Mike.
You ain't from Atlanta.
You in the A with the Molly. Come on, man. And then you're in the car with your brother. But you taking the blame? Is it your brother's stuff? Because they saying that you copping the blame for it, but it ain't even your stuff. So what's
something seemed a little bit
Mike
fuzzy.
Scott. There's probably gonna be more news about Mike Scott because that's a lot of drugs.
And like I said, it's been a pleasure. I want to shout out Remy and Justin for giving us the opportunity to come to their home.
For real.
Bring D Watkins out here.
Probably one of the best Real Talking Sports.
Shout out to Sean.
You know how you call every show the best show?
This is the best show.
I think this might be the best show. This might be the best show.
We did get. I mean, we covered the sports. but the first. Man, that we had to. That's going to be the show that people are going to watch and say, man,
Real talk.
World Talking Sports. But folks, we're coming back with Volume 12, the fantasy football special.
You about to see these
man before you do your draft
on a weekly basis. I'm trying to tell you all your picks.
Get familiar.
All your fantasy
Subscribe.
updates. If you need your lineup straight,
listen, we here.
You better come see us, because if you don't, you're going to lose. I'm just telling you.
We here.
Do this. Real Talking Sports. We here. We ain't going nowhere.
Straight out of Baltimore edition.
Straight out of Baltimore. We at Entropy. Shout out to the homie once again, D Watkins, man, for coming through, blessing us, man.
Showed us some love.
With some words.
Some wisdom.
Straight up.
So, we thank you guys for joining us.
We see y'all soon. Like I
be
said,
blessed. Stay up.
That Volume 12 is coming. And like he told you, get familiar, subscribe,
follow,
listen, Real Talk.
We out.